MotorWeek is made possible by Lucas Oil, TireRack.com, and RockAuto.com.
Perhaps it's what we've all been through the last couple of years, but it seems like just about every car maker has their eyes set on adventure, cranking up the capability of their utility vehicles for people who truly do venture into the backwoods to get away from it all. Or at least they want to look like they do. And Honda is the most recent with this new Passport Trailsport. For those following the sporty utility market these days, the 2022 Honda Passport Trailsport will not come as a surprise, as it follows the recent trend of outfitting existing models with a more rugged vibe, sort of the automotive equivalent of wearing hiking boots to the mall. And since this is obviously not a big departure from the Passport we've come to love, it mostly comes down to doing the little things right, and all of the small details here are quite nice. There's no suspension lift, but there is a 10mm wider track thanks to the unique 18-inch wheels wearing 245/60 tires with tread that creeps onto the sidewall a little more than before. Other additions include a gloss black grille with orange and black logos and simulated skid plates integrated into the front and rear bumpers. Black roof rails are standard. So with no additional lift or suspension upgrades and tires that aren't actually ATs just made to look like them, the end result is more of a highlighting of the Passport's already credible off-road abilities than necessarily improving upon them. As in all Passports, there's over 8 inches of ground clearance and well-programmed iVTM4 all-wheel drive with selectable off-road specific settings for sand, snow, and mud. Off-roading in the Trailsport is the typical stress-free Honda experience, with power moving between wheels almost undetectably to provide plenty of grip for getting through moderate off-pavement excursions. Though front-wheel drive based, it can send as much as 70% of engine torque to the rear wheels, and can even send it all to one of those rear wheels if it's the only one getting good traction. And it works on pavement too, much like Acura's super handling all-wheel drive. Torque vectoring power to outside wheels in corners to tighten up handling. That gives the Trailsport a nimble feeling you won't find in any truck-based utility. Unless you think this Trailsport trim package is all Honda has accomplished in the Passport department for this year, you should know that all Passports are sporting new sheet metal forward of the A-pillars for 22, sharing the Ridgeline's taller hood and more upright, truck-like face. Limited updates inside the Trailsport, essentially just some new logos, heavily applied orange stitching, and heavy-duty rubber floor mats, but again, very well executed. Perhaps due to its 7-passenger pilot origins, the Passport feels incredibly roomy for a mid-size 5-passenger utility. The atmosphere of the Trailsport is not exactly premium, as it does reside in middle-level territory. But like all Hondas, well put together, and there are more standard features this year than before, including comfortable heated and power-adjustable front seats and even wireless phone charging. There's abundant space for cargo too, 41.2 cubic feet in back, expanding to 77.7, plus underfloor storage and the ability to tow 5,000 pounds of whatever you can't fit inside. Nothing changes under the hood, still 280 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque, coming from the 3.5-liter V6 engine attached to a 9-speed automatic transmission with push-button selectors we've gotten used to but are still not fond of. Put to the test at Mason-Dixon Dragway, there was decent power off the line, which had us hitting 60 in a quick 6.4 seconds, a tenth quicker than we got a few years back when the Passport made its 2019 return. Power delivery stayed very linear throughout the 14.9-second quarter mile, with the only pauses on our way to the 93 miles per hour trap speed being the forcefully quick shifts of the 9-speed transmission. In our braking runs, there was significant nosedive, and a tendency to pull to the right, but ABS was very smooth in operation and stops averaged a good 116 feet. Through our handling course, steering was quite direct, but there was a noticeably top-heavy feel. The off-road oriented tires conspired against Passport's on-road handling, as body roll was moderate, but all in all, there was plenty of grip to be had. Government fuel economy ratings are 19 city, 24 highway, and 21 combined. We averaged a good 22.5 miles per gallon of regular. Still, it rates a worse than average energy impact score, using 14.2 barrels of oil yearly and emitting 6.9 tons of CO2 emissions. Pricing for the Trailsport comes in mid-pack at $44,265, with base Passport starting at $39,665. The 2022 Honda Passport Trailsport is a fine all-around utility that looks more distinctive and rugged than before. Yet even with that macho new outfit, it's still not the most exciting vehicle in its class. But you could say that about most Hondas. What you can also say is that they deliver the reliability, comfort, and practicality that makes Honda buyers some of the most loyal fans to be found.